I woke up and got up in the morning, and I tried to meditate a little bit this morning. And I guess I sort of drifted off. I don't know if I was sleeping or drifting, but I don't feel relaxed when I wake up.
Oh, yeah.
I still feel out of sorts.
Is it because as soon as you wake up in floods,
Yeah,
all your worries about the day ahead?
yeah. It's like there's some sort of gate that
Uh-huh.
like comes undone, like
Like,
you're
oh
in
no,
bed.
today is the this and I have to that and I still didn't
What
finish
if that
whatever.
happened? And did I remember to do that
Mm,
yesterday? And yeah,
mm.
so those things always kind of frustrate me.
Have you tried?
I did the release. I did a little bit of Reiki, but I guess I didn't feel a division from like, okay, now I'm putting these worries out of my head
Yeah.
and moving on. It just felt like they're still swirling around in there.
Hmm.
So it wasn't completely restful.
Have you tried, like, when you get up, the in come the flood of today's concerns, like kind of saying, I'll be with you after my coffee. Like
Yeah.
maybe even literally verbally saying it, but um, I find that for some people, kind of having a gesture helps. But in any case, having a conscious, I know you're all there. I know you want to come in, but first I'm having, for example, my coffee, or first I'm meditating, or first I'm wash a few dishes and or shower or something. And then, okay, so who is it? What do you need? Let's address it. Let's make our to-do list and whatever, because that can help as a because it's essentially it's like enforcing boundaries. Like, here are mommy's boundaries. Like, don't just come barging into the bedroom. If something's on fire, barge in, but otherwise, wait till I'm up and then I'll come in. And then you can tell me what you want to show me and ask a question, and the day starts. But like with kids, you might have to like wait till mommy had her coffee, wait till I've showered, wait till I say good morning and I'm ready to, you know, um, that can be a helpful process to exercise. But I think for some people, it doesn't help at all. It's not a thing that would work for them for whatever reason. Maybe because it feels silly to them. I don't really know why. Um, but if it sounds like it could work for you, then I would practice, the uh, the intention and the gesture.
Warding off.
Yeah, right.
I
Ward
watched
off.
her Tai Chi Chuan with Barbara.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good.
I
She was so sweet. I just said to her after class, I was like, I got to film like right now. I know you still want to chat, but I have another class soon and I got to film right now. Do you want to be in it? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, thank God, because you look great. Like, that's like, that'll have 10 million views because Barbara's in it. I think she had her shades on and, you know,
Sounds like a birthday.
yeah. That was pretty cool. She's an old lady, but she's just always game for anything new, it seems to me, which is pretty cool. She's just like, okay, yes, yes, yes. Like. Um, so the mudra I use is called the Abhayamudrā. And it's only the right hand. So it's basically stop, like stay there. And I just kind of pull in this finger a little bit just to match the knuckle, and then I hold it fairly close to the body, even though you might think like a traffic crosswalk, crossing guard, and just hold it just to help set that intention of. Usually, it's done with a receiving mudra on the other side, but just to kind of having a gesture helps um,
This is what you
crystallize.
see in the statue.
Yeah, you see that a lot like this. You'd see the left hand receiving and this warding off, repelling. I don't think of it quite so much like ward off, sort of like push away, if you will. I think of it a little bit more of stating the rules. So it's your activity that keeps you away. I'm just reminding you of the boundaries, as opposed to ward off, which feels a little more like push, like get out of here. There's a place for that too. I think of it a little bit more of like, no, it's literally just my voice, and then your actions change. So that's the one that I would do for that. But it could really just be just you kind of asserting the intention, and there's no hands or face change. Just you're just having that thought. And it's interesting because you may find that 10 concerns show up as soon as you open your eyes. And then if you do this, when you're after you've showered or dressed or what, like you're ready, there's only 7 of them that are there, because only the ones that are actually priorities are going to hang around. So it might be kind of a nice bonus. The other ones were really, like I'm sure you've seen that with your kids. If you make them wait, the urgency dissolves and they kind of forget even what they needed to show you. Like it's over. So something to consider, you know, work on that practice. One way that I'll do that is at the end of a practice. Might not be meditation, but Tai Chi Chuan practice or Yi Chuan practice or something. It'd be the same kind of thing. Like, okay, I've just finished, and then there's 6 concerns at my door, if you will, or what's called the hall of impressions, like so the entryway, the veranda, I don't know, of the mind. And I'll do a similar practice then, like I'll be with you in a minute. Like I'm not ready for anything. I will be soon, and I'm more ready after this practice, but I'm also more ready when it's my own agency that gets me ready, not your demands, which is much more like empowering than the only reason I'm doing this is because you jumped on me and yelled at me and screamed and pulled my arm and or whatever. And so after a practice, like I want to have a little recess of responsibility. 10 more seconds, maybe 10 minutes, maybe a few minutes, I don't really time it. And then, okay, I'm still a responsible adult. It would be nice to sit in the hammock now and not do, but okay, let me see what I can tackle. Who needs my attention? What do I need to do? And so I'll do a practice like that after a practice to just, I'll be with you when I'm ready for you. It's a little bit like email compared to a phone call. Somebody can email me anytime they want, but it's not until I go, okay, let me check my email because I'm ready to check my email. Phone call, the way it used to be, is like whenever you need to interrupt me, I'll allow myself to be interrupted. Right? It used to be it rings, you run for it. Like, it already rang 3 times. Get upstairs. But really, what you're saying is like whenever you need to talk to me, I will drop anything and get it. But then after a while, when there was answer machines, that kind of slowly shifted because I'll listen to my messages when I have a minute, when I'm ready to I took 3 things off my list. It's time to add things to my list. Check my answer machine. Oh yeah. And now it's sort of email compared to phone call. Like an email is an amazing thing, similar to text message if it doesn't buzz every time, interrupt you. When I'm ready, I'll look at my texts and okay, gotta. Sometimes people will say, "You didn't text me back. It was 4 hours ago." Like I had 4 classes in a row. And guess what? I gave those students my attention. And then I was like on the toilet and I was like, oh, well, let me, because that's the only time I have. Yeah. But I did get back to you at the end of my day when I looked at my text messages. Really look at them, unless maybe if a student's late, let's see where I'm at or something. But
Who's alone now, and she has a thought of me. Leaves a long message, and then she'll messenger me on Facebook.
mm.
And sometimes she'll send an email, and then if I don't get back to her until the next day, she's like, "I called you and I emailed you and I sent you a message, but I have other people call me too, and kids and cooking, and
Yeah.
I didn't get back to it until now."
I called you, then I emailed you to tell you to check your phone. Then I texted you to say, hey, there's an email.
And then it turns out to be like, "Oh, I saw this great singer on YouTube." Oh, great.
The other thing that happens is like, and I'm sure there's got to be a word for this and you know about it, but I'll just have, like, I'll schedule a thing I've been telling students, I have details, but I'm like, wait, Tina texted me, send, and then these two email me, so I go into the email. The other people I think were on Facebook Messengers. So it's like I have to remember where the things happened so I can basically say the same stuff to a bunch of people. And then sometimes you misremember. Like Tina did Facebook me about something, but when she was talking about this, it was a text. So let me go to. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So boundaries. You want to have a sit? Do you want me to talk you through anything or suggest anything or just enjoy a bit of sit and see what comes up?
I feel like I do better when there's some direction.
Mm-hmm.
Talk through something.
Okay. If I have notes here, I'll see if. It's a bird thing?
Hello? It's a woodpecker.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know where I am.
I've never heard one on the building before. I assume it's got to be right there somewhere, right? You ready to meditate?
Let's go.